Hey everyone, my name is Angie and welcome back to my channel, Angie Rose Nomad. And oh my goodness, it has been a while since I have filmed a video for you guys, since I have actually watched Booktube. So we're gonna quickly gloss into where I've been, what I've been doing, and then we're gonna get into my Friday Reads video. So I don't want to spend too much time focusing on why I have been off Booktube, but I felt that I did owe you guys an explanation, especially because I have been gone for so long. I have been struggling with my mental health quite a bit lately, and I just needed to take a break. It was getting pretty bad. It was really hard to even get out of bed in the morning at some points. And I was, talking to someone about it, and I was like, my favorite part of the day is when I am able to go to sleep. Like that was pretty much all that I looked forward to all day, was just being able to go to sleep. And so I just needed to take a break from a few things, and unfortunately Booktube was one of them. I have still been reading, and I think because I did so well in March, it kind of made me feel like I was being really sluggish in April, along with just wanting to go slow through a book and really devour the world, the characters, just get lost in a book, essentially, is what I was looking for. So I didn't get as much reading done in April as I would have liked, but I think I needed that slower pace. I'm also the type of person that when I'm feeling kind of down on myself, I think about every reason that I'm feeling down on myself. So for example, if it's just, me focusing on finding a steady source of income, I pile on other things to that. So rather than just focusing on one problem, I'm lumping everything together and just beating myself up even more. So I think I just really needed that time to recuperate, to get back into a better headspace, which thankfully I'm starting to get there. I'm climbing the mountain. I'm not quite at the peak yet, but hopefully we'll get there soon. So I am very uncomfortable talking about my feelings and my issues. I'm more of an inward person, but that is part of building a community and building lasting friendships, is you have to be open to communication. You guys leave me your comments, and I just wanted to be completely honest and transparent on this channel about where I've been and a little bit about what I've been struggling through. But without further ado, I have a dog, and she's sniffing. Shh. You guys hear her? She's sniffing the microphone. Hi, you want to be in the video? So in my time off of Booktube, I have also fully set up my Facebook embroidery page. Super excited about that. I'll leave it linked in the description down below, so if you want to go check it out and like it, I would really appreciate the support. We also have bookmarks on the page, currently listed at $8, but if you are interested in getting one of these bookmarks, you can message me either on Facebook or any of my social medias linked down in the description below. Tell me you watch my Booktube channel and we can do a discount to $5 per bookmark. Had to get a little self-promotion in there. Sorry, guys. So let's get into what I've been reading this week. The first thing I've actually finished, and that is Death of a Cad by MC Beaton. This is the second book in the Constable Hamish Macbeth series. And Hamish is a police constable in the Scottish Highlands, and he likes the slow, quiet life. He likes being able to send money to help support his family. And he really just likes being around the community in general. So Hamish's crush, a woman named Priscilla, has recently gotten engaged and has come home to celebrate that engagement at her parents' manor. So her parents have invited a few different guests, and while there, someone is murdered, and Hamish is on the scene trying to figure out who done it and why. So I really enjoy the characters in Hamish's world, but it's just getting a little bit tedious having to deal with Priscilla and her parents and how their relationship works. They see her as a child, and the author is trying to convey her as this independent woman, but I'm really not seeing it as much as I would like. So for that reason, I had to give this one a 3.5 out of 5 stars, but I will be continuing with the series. I do enjoy the mystery aspect, and I love Hamish. So next up, we have 3 books that I am currently reading and hope to finish very soon. and 2 of them are part of my Booktube Chooses My TBR project. I have not forgotten about that. Some other things have had to go on the back burner, like Read It or Leave It. I've kind of put that on hold. I'm hoping to pick that back up in June, but I really wanted to continue on with Booktube Chooses My TBR. So I'm going to show you guys the 3 books that I'm currently reading, and then I'm going to briefly run through the other books that I have chosen to read for the month of May. Now, how that's going to work is I don't want to know anything about them. So I've just randomly picked a selection of books that you guys left in the comments, and I will just be telling you guys the titles. So let's start with the one that is not part of Booktube Chooses My TBR, and that is The Lying Game by Ruth Ware. I have temporarily put my book buying ban on hold. I really don't foresee myself buying any more books in the near future, and I'm going to try and stick with my 2019 resolution of not buying books. But I really needed a warm, happy, fuzzy feeling, and buying books makes me happy. So I have a book haul coming for you guys very soon. This is part of that. So this is about 4 friends that went to school together, and they have since gone their separate ways until one of the friends sends a text to the other 3 saying, "I need you." Now, while they were at school, they played what was known as the lying game, so they got points based on the credibility of the lie, or if they could fool someone, how far it went. I'm not very far into this, and it does not have a description on the back. It just has some reviews. So I think it's better to go into Ruth Ware kind of blind anyway. I do have a slight issue with Ruth, however. I did try to read The Death of Mrs. Westaway not long ago. I had to put it down. It was actually from the library, so I had to take it back. But Ruth takes her time in getting into a story. I did read The Woman in Cabin 10 a while back, and I can't remember how I felt about it, if the payoff was worth it or not. So I'm hoping that this one has a huge payout. It was part of Reese's book club, which you will see in my haul. I have picked up quite a few. Whoops. So now we're moving on to the books from Booktube Chooses My TBR. And the first 2 that I'm currently reading, the first is The Tethered Mage by Melissa Caruso. This is an adult fantasy novel. It is book 1. I think there are 3. I think. I am really enjoying this so far. It is giving me major Italy vibes, just the setting and the names. And I've never been to Italy, but I kind of like this twist about, being able to vividly picture a location while still having that fantasy element in it. Like Game of Thrones, for example, it was a little hard to get into the books, and then I started watching the show and was able to clearly see Westeros. So being able to picture a certain country while you're reading fantasy is always very, very helpful. So in this book, we follow the story of a girl named Amalia Cornero, who is the second in line to her mother's position. You guys will have to bear with because I can't remember what position exactly it is. I don't think she's a queen. I know she sits on a council, so I think she's part of a council, but she's like the head of the council. So then we also have these mage-born individuals, which are people that have magic abilities of some sort. They can summon fire, they can summon storms, and in order to help protect the realm, the mage-born go to a place known as the Muse, where they essentially become known as falcons. Now, each falcon has to be paired with a falconer. So the falconer controls when to release the falcon's power in order to protect the citizens. The last thing I'm reading this week is called The Blackthorn Key. This is by Kevin Sands, and this follows the story of a boy named Christopher who is an apprentice at an apothecary. So he helps his master mix up all these potions and things like that. He also is dealing with the strange happenings in London. Someone is murdering several people, and the mystery is starting to pick up in this book. So I can't wait to see where this one goes. So for those of you that are content creators, if you take a break and sit down to film your first video in a long time, doesn't it feel super awkward? Like, you're like, I used to do this 3 times a week, and now I'm flubbing words more, my voice is scratchy, I'm forgetting my train of thought. What is going on? What is going on? I will be back with it in my next video, I'm sure. Just need to get all the jitters out of the system. release them like butterflies. We have the rest of my May TBR. I have my phone, which is where I have my video, which is where I'm reading the comments. I need to put them all in one place. Well, they are, but I need to put them on the Notes app. So most of these books I have checked out from the library, some I own, and I really don't want to know anything about them because April was such a bad reading month and because I want to give your favorite book or whatever you recommended to me a fair chance. So just going into them blind. Here we go. All right, so the first thing I'm going to be reading is Harry Potter. Someone recommended the Harry Potter series, so I'm going to be starting with Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. I reread the series every year, and I definitely think that that is a great pick-me-up. I just love hanging out with Harry and Ron and Hermione. I need to go back to Hogwarts anyway. Next up is Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. Ooh, I had to read it in high school. I didn't read it. I used Cliff Notes. I think out of all the books that I had to read in high school, I fully read one. Yeah. And I was in honors English for 2 years and AP English for 2 years, which is essentially a college credited English course. I don't know how I did that, but I guess I was really good at making stuff up. Next is The Cottage in the Woods by Catherine Colville. The Light Between Worlds by Laura E. Weymouth. Daughters of the Lake by Wendy Webb. Orphan Monster Spy by Matt Colleen, and The Woman in the Window by A.J. Finn. So I also have a few books from NetGalley and a few advanced reader copies that I need to get to. So fingers crossed, I'm going to give it my best shot. So I think we're going to end the video here. I actually have 2 more videos that I'm going to be filming this evening. So if you see the same get up, please don't judge. Just don't. Just focus on the content, people. As always, I want to thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you've liked it, please let me know by giving it a thumbs up and subscribing to become part of the tribe if you have not already. And I will see you on Sunday with I think we're going to do the book on haul first. So I'll see you then. Bye.